hauling up $1.2 million worth of king crab through 2.5 meters of solid ice in Alaska, and how operation so dangerous and profitable that only the bravest fishermen attempt it in complete Arctic isolation. What you're about to discover will shock you about this frozen gold rush happening in the most extreme conditions on Earth. But first, how do they even know where the crabs are under thick ice? What happens when the ice suddenly cracks beneath million-dollar equipment? And why do some fishermen never return from these icy expeditions? The answers will absolutely blow your mind and reveal secrets of Arctic fortune hunting. Picture the most hostile environment on planet Earth, endless frozen wastelands where temperatures plummet to -40 degrees Fahrenheit. The Bering Sea transforms into a solid ice sheet stretching beyond the horizon, hiding treasures worth millions beneath its frozen surface. But underneath this death trap of ice lies the most valuable seafood on Earth, Alaskan king crab. Each crab weighs up to 10 pounds and sells for $50 to $80 per pound in premium markets. Worldwide, these aren't ordinary fishing operations. Specialized ice fishing crews drill through 2.5 meters of rock-hard ice using industrial equipment that costs more than most people's houses. The ice is so thick you could drive trucks across it. Yet somehow these fishermen extract millions of dollars worth of crabs from the black waters below. But here's what's incredible. This operation happens in complete darkness during Alaska's polar winter, when the sun doesn't rise for months. How do they work in total blackness? And what happens when Arctic storms create whiteout conditions that last for weeks? Every ice fishing operation requires specialized thermal drilling equipment capable of penetrating meters of frozen seawater without cracking the surrounding ice sheet dangerously. These drills operate at temperatures that would instantly freeze normal machinery solid within minutes. The crab traps themselves are engineering marvels. Massive steel cages weighing over 800 pounds each, designed to withstand crushing pressure from both ice above and ocean currents below. Each trap costs $15,000 and can hold up to 300. King crabs worth $25,000 per load, GPS. Systems guide fishermen to precise coordinates where crab populations concentrate during winter months. But here's the crazy part. They're navigating using satellite technology in conditions where electronic equipment regularly fails due to extreme cold. Heated shelters must be constructed on the ice surface to prevent crews from freezing to death during 18-hour work shifts. These temporary structures use propane heating, systems that consume hundreds of gallons daily, just to maintain survivable temperatures. But here's what nobody talks about. How do they prevent the drill holes from refreezing while hauling up traps? What happens when equipment breaks down miles from civilization? And why do experienced fishermen sometimes disappear without trace during these operations? Initial expedition setup costs range from $500,000 to $1 million minimum. Specialized ice drilling equipment costs $200,000. Add heated shelters, crab traps, safety equipment, crew wages. Expenses escalate rapidly into massive investments. But successful hauls generate $1.2 to $2 million per expedition. Premium Alaskan king crab commands the highest seafood prices globally. Restaurants pay $100 to $150 per pound for the finest specimens. Successful ice fishing season can generate more profit than most businesses earn in 5 years. Top crews pull up 50,000 to 100,000 pounds of king crab per expedition, with individual crabs selling for $200 to $400 each in premium markets. Here's what's absolutely insane. insurance companies charge 40% premiums for Arctic ice fishing operations because the death rate is so high. But crews still risk everything because the profits are extraordinary. And here's the weird part that makes no sense. King crabs caught through ice are significantly more valuable than those caught in open water. What makes ice-caught crabs so special that buyers pay double the normal price? Margins consistently reach 200–300%, higher than most industries ever achieve. Investment firms won't touch this business because it's too dangerous, leaving massive profits for brave independent crews. Fishermen work in conditions where exposed skin freezes solid within 60 seconds. They must change clothing every 2 hours to prevent hypothermia while handling equipment. It's so cold it burns bare hands. Instantly, the physical demands are superhuman, hauling 800-pound crab traps through ice holes while wearing bulky survival suits that restrict movement. One mistake means instant death in waters so cold that survival time is measured in minutes. But wait, this gets considerably more extreme. These crews operate during Arctic storms with wind speeds exceeding 100 miles per hour, when visibility drops to 0, and temperatures feel like -80 degrees Fahrenheit. Here's the part that completely defies belief. Some crews stay on the ice for 30 days straight, living in temporary shelters while working 18-hour shifts in conditions that would kill most people within hours. And why do king crabs taste better when caught through ice? The stress-free environment under ice creates superior meat quality. Cold water preserves natural flavors. Ice-caught crabs have firmer texture and sweeter taste than warm water specimens. Emergency rescue operations in these conditions are nearly impossible. Helicopters can't fly in extreme weather. Coast Guard vessels can't navigate through thick ice. Crews are completely isolated with no backup plan if something goes wrong. The impossible truth: king crabs actually thrive under ice conditions, growing larger and developing superior meat quality. During winter months, when they're trapped beneath frozen surfaces, the numbers are absolutely staggering. Mortality rates approach 30% for inexperienced crews, yet profits are so enormous that fishermen consider it worthwhile risk. Successful captains become millionaires within single seasons. Arctic ice fishing represents the most dangerous commercial fishing operation on Earth, yet it produces the most valuable seafood globally. Crabs caught through ice undergo less stress during capture, resulting in better meat preservation. Ice-cold storage occurs naturally during transport. Premium restaurants specifically request ice-caught specimens for their superior quality. But here's the ultimate question. If this operation is so profitable, why aren't more people doing it? What's the secret knowledge that prevents most fishermen from attempting ice operations? And what happens when global warming eliminates the ice conditions needed for these expeditions? Climate change threatens this entire industry as ice seasons become shorter and less predictable. Within 20 years, Arctic ice fishing might become impossible, making current practitioners the last generation of ice crab hunters. $1.2 million of king crab through 2.5 meters of ice represents more than just extreme fishing. It's proof that fortune favors the incredibly brave in Earth's most hostile environments. These Arctic warriors risk everything for treasures hidden beneath frozen wastelands, operating in conditions that push human endurance beyond normal limits. But some secrets of ice fishing remain closely guarded by veteran crews who've survived decades in the frozen wilderness. The ice empire is melting. The question is, will these frozen fortunes disappear forever, Or will new technologies extend this dangerous dynasty into an uncertain future?